And I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And an early how do you do right there, as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now this defense for the Commanders is terrific last week in the season opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hell, you won! Hey, Shell!
Here's gone. And that'll be incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Goff now to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down here. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. They call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, and they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Powell. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a 1st-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
First down, Howell to throw. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command. Not not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely look to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. De'Ami Brown. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Whoa!
Go off a handoff here to Swift. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Hockenson here. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Blitz coming, and down he goes. There's Jamin Davis, the former Kentucky Wildcat, bringing the pressure that time. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They'll run right here with Swift. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. Goff now looks to throw. That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Four down.
To throw is gone. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Goff now looking to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And the Commanders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Next to the score, Commanders 7, Lions nothing.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Gibson here running out of the gun. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. It's Howell.
Out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello to big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Second down, Howell back to pass.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop it.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10.
3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Super 66.
Now it's gone.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
McGoff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Here's Gone. And he fires one incomplete.
The Lions had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
Oh, he's got a little... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And some room to roam now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
Faking the handoff. Howell.
He'll buy some time right. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
Runs over it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
They'll run with Robinson, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
Commanders 14, Lions 7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
Now Goff on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a second down.
Gibson again.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line.
61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Trying to pick it up on 3rd.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points.
But that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff, and he slings one that's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Goff. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's pulled in at the 32. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Hal down to throw it. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Third and long, here's Howell. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 15 yards the pickup, first down Washington.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders.
At their own 25-yard line.
Second half starts with a run by Gibson.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
On first down, Howell.
Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down.
And Howell will throw it. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a first and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that that can bring them down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
following the fumble recovery. Powell looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that two-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for two and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw, Goff. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he's got some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 1st and 10, Goff.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
76, help, 76.
On first down, gone. And it'll be intercepted.
William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
They'll go play action. Howell.
Steps away to, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Julian Okwara.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room.
On
third down. Here's Gibson. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And taken at the 46. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Lions will take over. On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now from Jacksonville. And the Colts adding to their total as they're able to stretch their lead in that one. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. Now Goff. Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Goff now looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Again, Goff.
He's got this complete to Williams.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Gone. Complete to right. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Goff now looking to throw. This is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Blocked right. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked by Jeff Okudah.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
A handoff, Swift running to the left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. It'll be a gain of 11, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. To throw is gone. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Williams is in for a Lions touchdown. Just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Back to throw, Howell. This pass complete to McLaurin going across the middle.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a 1st down Washington on a pickup of 18.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go now.
Foul to the air on 1st and 10. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
On second down, a run to Gibson.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
First down, Howell to throw.
Dancing, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Here's Howell. Quick slant, Dotson.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining.
A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly.
This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
That's good for the Lions.
Goff.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
On the counter, Gibson.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, Robinson.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline trying to help him shake it off, because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also You might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Commanders,
it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.